Why does your soul feel like a drained battery, even while your mouth still shouts hallelujah? You keep volunteering, posting verses, and praying for others, yet a shocking weariness pulses through your bones, a hidden fatigue that coffee, vacations, or motivational playlists can't erase. And the secret reason is that you have mistaken ceaseless activity for genuine intimacy. Like Martha bustling in Luke 10:40, while Mary absorbed one sentence from Jesus that refueled eternity. You quote Philippians 4:13, but treat it like an energy drink instead of a vine-to-branch lifeline. So your calendar is packed, yet your connection cord is frayed. Burnout begins when you trade abiding for achieving, when the sweet command of John 15:5, "Apart from me you can do nothing," is recast as a polite suggestion, and heaven watches you sprint on a spiritual treadmill that moves fast yet goes nowhere. Eventually, the fruit withers because the root was never watered, and the warning lights you ignore look like sleepless nights, cynical jokes in ministry chat threads, or the growing dread you feel before Sunday service. Compounding this is the ruthless habit of carrying weights you were never built to lift. You intercede for prodigals, manage the worship team, cover rent for a struggling friend, yet refuse Matthew 11:28's invitation to "Come to me, and I will give you rest." So the yoke that was supposed to be easy becomes a crushing secret burden. Like Elijah in 1 Kings 19:4, you labor in fire-calling victory one day and collapse under a juniper tree the next, whispering, "It is enough," because adrenaline masked your emptiness until the crash. The third fuel rod of burnout is the quiet virus of comparison. Scrolling through highlight reels of revival services, polished podcasts, or missionary reports, you start believing you must produce identical results or be labeled lukewarm, forgetting Galatians 6:4's call to test your own work. Comparison steals celebration, and celebration is oil for the lamp, so the wick of your passion smolders while you applaud everyone else's flame. Fourth, you confuse isolation with independence. You skip small group because you are busy serving, decline counsel because leaders shouldn't look weak, and this violate Hebrews 10:25, which warns against forsaking assembly. Burnout loves secrecy, so the enemy whispers that no one else is exhausted, and you bury your fatigue beneath professional smiles, unaware that even Jesus summoned 3 friends to pray in Gethsemane. Finally, you are fighting battles on 2 fronts, earthly tasks and unseen warfare, without refilling spiritual ammunition. Ephesians 6:16 calls you to raise the shield of faith, yet you sling verses like slogans rather than arrows, and the hidden surge of demonic resistance meets your empty quiver. The result is spiritual anemia disguised as busyness, a dangerous masquerade that can end in scandal or silent resignation if not confronted. Trace these threads, and you'll see burnout isn't proof your heart is defective, but proof your strategy is. And heaven is staging interventions in subtle clues: forgotten joy during worship, tears that surface without reason, sudden longing for extended silence, signs that Psalm 23:2's green pastures are calling you back. So here is the decisive challenge. Dare to step off the performance stage and collapse into the quiet chair of His presence. Schedule Sabbath with the same ferocity you schedule sermons. Confess the heavy things before they calcify. Celebrate another's miracle without demanding their blueprint. And wield Isaiah 40:31's promise that those who wait on the Lord will renew strength like eagles, not pigeons, scavenging crumbs of affirmation. If you keep sprinting past these warning signs, you may still draw crowds, but your soul will echo empty halls, and no applause can resurrect a faith that has starved in plain sight. Therefore, halt the endless scroll, drop the armor you forged in self-reliance, and return to the well where living water waits. Because God is less impressed by your schedule than He is committed to your survival. And the next move of the Spirit will flow through people who have first learned to lie down, not burn out.